Hello friends! You're on the Last Days channel. Thank you so much for your engagement and support. And so, a review of events from November 6th through November 7th. Swifen, China. In Swifen urban county of Mudanjiang city district of Heilongjiang province bordering Primorai, rain changed to snow at night and snowdrifts appeared in yards. Local authorities raised the danger level to the highest due to the snow cyclone. The snowfall affected the bus service between China and Primorai. Thus, buses from Mizhan to Kamen Rybolov stopped running from the very morning due to the snowfall. Somalia, East Africa. As a result of floods caused by heavy rains in Somalia, at least 10 people were killed and more than 113,000 were evacuated, reports the UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs. Somali authorities have declared a state of emergency because of the disaster, which has affected the lives of more than 706,000 people. Southwestern Jubaland were most seriously affected, where the usual life of about 546,000 people was disrupted. The rains hit the country a year after an unprecedented drought that killed 43,000 people. The intense rainfall is caused by El Niño, in which surface waters in the central and eastern Pacific Ocean become unusually warm and cause changes in weather patterns around the world. France. Pas-de-Calais. A red weather alert has been declared in the Pas-de-Calais department in northern France due to the risk of flooding in the A and Liane rivers. Following heavy rains brought by hurricanes Kiran and Domingos, water levels continue to rise, causing concern for local authorities. During Hurricane Kiran, the water level in the Liane River reached 5.13 centimeters, and the day before, the water rose to 5.25 centimeters after heavy rains. Many communes in the department have been cut in two, with some roads flooded and schools closed in 33 communes. The rise of water in the A River has also significantly exceeded the record levels recorded during the Great Floods of 2002. Residents of the department are advised to stay indoors if possible and not to drive, as many roads are flooded. According to the head of the Interior Ministry, 7 people were injured due to the floods. The department has mobilized more than 1,500 firefighters to help people in the affected areas. Local authorities warned of the possibility of very destructive consequences. Scotland. The Isle of Arran. A powerful water tornado was spotted Wednesday afternoon off the coast of the Isle of Arran in Scotland. This weather phenomenon occurred amid Storm Ciarán, which brought powerful winds and heavy rain to the region. According to the latest data, Storm Ciarán has claimed the lives of 18 people in Europe. India. New Delhi. Dense smog has hit India's capital. Authorities in New Delhi have taken a number of measures to combat air pollution. Schools are closed for 2 days and the use of gasoline or diesel-powered vehicles is banned. It is also advised to temporarily halt construction and allow employees to work from home. Pollution levels have reached critical levels in several areas of the city. The situation is predicted to worsen over the next 2 weeks. However, there are a number of factors that are complicating the situation. Farmers around the city continue to burn fields until November 15th, and the Hindu fire festival Diwali, which is celebrated by lighting candles, lamps and bonfires, is coming soon. In winter, the air pollution problem could worsen. Every year, poisonous smog in northern India kills at least 1 million people. Kenya. Since late October 2023, parts of Kenya have been affected by periods of heavy rains that have caused flooding in areas of Mombasa and other counties. The Kenya Red Cross reported that a total of 15,264 households across the country were affected by the floods and at least 15 people died. Large areas of crops were damaged and hundreds of livestock died. Communities in Mandera County, Kenya's northeasternmost county bordering Ethiopia and Somalia, were particularly hard hit. Local authorities said about 4,000 families were displaced from their homes. The flooding has also affected other parts of the country. The flooding reached the Dadaab camp in Kenya, where thousands of refugees are living. Their makeshift homes have been flooded and families have been left homeless. People are forced to live in dire conditions, and the flooding is only making their situation worse. Aid agencies have already started work, but families need immediate support to mitigate the effects of the flooding. Khabarovsk, Russia. A powerful cyclone has hit Khabarovsk Krai, snowing the entire regional capital. Transportation is running intermittently, and streetcars have stopped running altogether. Classes in schools were not cancelled, but they were not forced to come in such a snowstorm. The roads are slippery, visibility is zero. The wind is literally knocking people off their feet, and in some places trees have fallen. Rescuers patrol the region and provide assistance to the injured. Due to the snow cyclone, ice and snowstorm, federal highways are closed, heavy trucks and passenger buses are not allowed on the roads. As for emergencies, the lights were cut off in several settlements of the region. Forecasters predict that the cyclone will let Khabarovsk Krai out of its clutches as early as November 8th. Tennant Creek, Australia. A fire tornado swept through the countryside in Tennant Creek in northern Australia during one of the many wildfires. Japan. In the Pacific Ocean, near Japan, after an underwater volcanic eruption, a new island was formed, reported the Institute of Earthquake Research at the University of Tokyo. The new geographic island appeared next to the island of Iwo Jima. Magma was ejected from the vent, which is not visible above water, to a height of 50 meters. Explosions were recorded after the lava came into contact with the air. According to scientists, the rocks and blocks that flew out formed an island. Experts noted that this is not the first time this area surprises with its underground activity. So, because of the tremors, even the level of Iwo Jima Island changed, becoming higher. Magadan, Russia. More than 66 millimeters of snow fell in Magadan during the week. As soon as two snow cyclones visited Kolyma, 100% of the normal precipitation for November fell in a week. Now that they have stopped, the region will have clear frosty weather. In Magadan, road and utility services are working round the clock. Residents of the city rescuers urge not to come closer to the buildings than 5 to 7 meters. Our planet. On November 5th afternoon on the Earth began magnetic storm. According to the intensity of the disturbance of the Earth's magnetosphere, experts attributed it to magnetic storms of medium level, class G2. Later there was a growth of intensity of magnetic storm up to strong, level G3. The strong magnetic storm caused polar lights up to the south of Russia. Red glow of the northwest part of the sky could be observed by residents of Ekaterinburg, Novorossiysk, Crimea. The sky glow was observed in Kiev and other cities of Ukraine, as well as in a number of Western European countries, including Italy, Poland, and Germany. Malaysia. Some areas of Malaysia have experienced flooding caused by heavy rains. As a result, about 1,000 people were forced to leave their homes and move to evacuation centers. The natural disaster affected areas in Selangor, Perak, and Pahang. 237 families have been relocated to 12 temporary relief centers. No fatalities have been reported so far, according to the National Disaster Management Agency. Malaysia's meteorological agency warns that the difficult weather conditions will persist until Wednesday.